Hey folks, for this week's Vintage Baseball Card of the Week, I've got the 1969 Topps, number 95, Johnny Bench, the All-Star Rookie card in the PSA 8. Now there's just so much to like about this card. First, it's a sophomore card, which is the first time Bench had his own baseball card, and it's just got a great full image of him. Most of you know that in 1969, Topps was not able to use current images of players because of a dispute they had with the Baseball Players Association. They weren't allowed to take new pictures of players, so they had to reuse quite a few in the 69 set. That makes me think that this picture could have been taken as early as 1967. Take a look at the uniform number on Bench. It's number 55. I did a little check in baseballreference.com, and Bench never actually wore that number, so my suspicion is that he was given it early in spring training, possibly in 1967. Look how young he is. He's probably 20 or 21 years old in that picture. I think the picture was probably taken in spring training in Tampa. You can see the orange sign sort of over his head is for the Village Inn Pancake House. We never close. That was, I guess it's a chain restaurant that is still in Florida today. Now these 1969 cards are really tough to find centered especially. This is a pretty good example. It's just got some slight off-centeredness, but overall it looks really good. It's got great eye appeal. I think the back looks great too. The pink or salmon color really pops out. Let's look at some price data for this card. To me, it seems undervalued. This year alone, it's gone up a little over 10%, but we know that vintage Hall of Fame cards are really strong this year and doing well. I usually like to see a 15% increase before I would say a card is doing pretty well or not. This one's below that. One of the things that surprises me about this card is how infrequently it sells at auction year to year. If you figure about 35 annual sales per year, the pop is only 552, then only about 6% of the population is publicly sold each year. That seems pretty low and means that collectors are holding on to these cards. Now this particular card in grade 8 hasn't sold since August 14th, and here we are the third week of September, so you'd expect the next sale to be pretty good. Then you factor in the player. Bench is considered pretty much one of the greatest catchers of all time. The guy was everywhere in the culture and in baseball in the 1970s. You would think his cards would be worth more, so I would expect this card to grow in value even more. Well, that's it for the Vintage Baseball Card of the Week this week. Let me know if you have any thoughts, questions, or comments in the description box below. And collect what you love.